All right, so this is going to be a reading for Sagittarius. And for the Sagittarius that I'm reading for today, I'm seeing that there's a lot of new energy, new things around you. There could be a shift in your own energy. And so that's what this reading is going to be about today. But before I dive in deeper to the reading, I just want to say thank you so much for being here and for receiving this reading. If you would like a personal reading, I love to do them, and you can book a reading with me anytime at my website, ajstarot.com, which is also linked down below in the description box. And if this reading resonates with you, please take a moment to like and subscribe, as that helps me out a lot. So, Sagittarius, I'm seeing that you're having to leave something behind that made you very happy. We have the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Cups, so that's that happiness with the Nine of Cups, and then Eight of Cups, leaving it behind. Eight of Swords, you're feeling anxious or kind of stuck in your head. There could be something that makes you nervous about that, or you could just have felt stuck about having to leave that thing behind. But your overall energy today is the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is that new energy that I just spoke about earlier. New beginnings, but particularly new feelings, because wands are all about feelings. And when I clarified the Ace of Wands, I got the Wheel of Fortune, the Justice card, and the King of Wands. So your energy is picking up. You could be feeling a lot better than you were, more aligned on your path, more balanced out. It's almost like things are kind of clicking into place for you emotionally, I wanted to say. So let's take a look at that recent past with the Nine of Cups. The Six of Wands, the Fool, the Three of Wands. When it comes to your future, you're showing me you're feeling really good, you're feeling really open, really confident, really positive. There's this feeling of I can do anything, I'm on top of the world, what do you have, universe, just throw it right at me. It's very self-assured. It's very like I can handle anything, everything that comes my way. I got it. So really beautiful energy, and it's also future-oriented. So kind of looking out at the future. But then for the Eight of Cups, we have the Two of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. So there's some type of connection that's closer to home that I see you kind of asking about. Like, will I have to leave that behind? Is it going to come with me? What am I kind of doing with that? With the Eight of Swords here, we have the Strength card, the Hierophant, and the Page of Cups. So there's a part of you that wants to hold on to this. You're showing me the energy of commitment with that King of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So you could be either committed to this other person, or you just have commitments that are close to home, and you're showing me I need to hold on to that. I can't just leave it. And there's that feeling of I don't necessarily want to leave it. I want to honor this commitment. And you could feel like it's a little bit hard to know what to do here because of the commitment that you've made to this. And you're like, I don't just want to skip out on this. Let's take a look at the current energy. We have the Star, the Three of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. So there is pain at the center of your energy with that Three of Swords. Let's take a look at it. Show me the Three of Swords. The Fool, the Devil, the Ace of Wands. You show me again, like, I want to set off towards this new thing, whatever it is, it feels really right with that Justice card and the King of Wands and the overall energy. But there's a big but. There's that Devil, which it comes through to me as fear, but so much fear that it almost like causes pain for you. Like, I can't just move forward. I have this thing, kind of holding me back. Let's take a look at that Devil. Three of Wands, Six of Pentacles, King of Swords. You're showing me I know that I need to communicate something or give the best of my energy to what I already have going on. There's something that you balance with in your day-to-day that you're like, well, again, can't just leave that behind, and it would also hurt me to leave it behind. Let's take a look at the Star here. There's something you're wishing for, something you're dreaming of. We have the Death card, the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. What else can we see about this? Three of Cups, Knight of Swords, Two of Wands. There's a massive transformation taking place in your heart space, and it could affect other people around you. And I see you almost like trying to figure out, how can I minimize the damage that transformation creates? But it actually looks to be a very positive transformation, but you may not really be seeing that side of it. You could just be like worried about the worst case scenario. Your oracle cards today are celebration, creativity, and understanding. So I see you kind of finding a solution here, and coming out the other end of this very happy through your own resources and creativity. And with that understanding card, it's like you might just have to shift your perspective and like create another way through this so that it can work for you. And there's something here that might end, but it's not a bad ending. It's just a transformation of one energy turning into something else. And so there's something here about navigating that, and not necessarily coming from the place of fear and pain. Let's take a look at the Nine of Pentacles, the Star, the Four of Swords, the Two of Pentacles. Whatever it is that you're desiring here, it's something that would be for you alone. So if there are other people around you or other people that you're committed to, I see you almost on one hand feeling bound to that, but then on the other hand having this like individual trajectory or individual goal, and you're kind of telling yourself, well, I can just hold off on that, or I don't have to really pursue that. But then Two of Pentacles, it's like, how long is that really going to last, and how realistic is that for you to just put off this desire that you have with the Star? It looks like something pretty significant, pretty spiritual, and pretty central to who you are as a person. So I don't know necessarily why you feel like you need to put this off, but there's something that you want that you're almost showing me like, I can't pursue it right now because of these other things in my life. So it's almost like a bit of a test. Like, are you going to be able to put yourself first here? And are you going to be able to do it in a way that feels good? In the near future, we have the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Lovers. So when it comes to actually taking action and bridging these two things, this commitment that you have going on the one hand, and then this desire that you have for the future on the other hand, you have a lot of fear here in terms of how to approach that with the Five of Pentacles. Let's take a look. Three of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you're trying to figure out, what am I building with the other person involved here, and how does it all kind of fit together? How am I going to navigate this? How am I going to talk about this? How am I going to make this work? You're showing me a lot of moving parts and moving pieces with the Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. And you're like, okay, I have all the parts, but how do I put them together with the other energy that's involved in a way that makes sense? Let's look at the Ace of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Nine of Wands. There is clarity here when it comes to you actually connecting with this other energy that's involved in your life. You might come together with them and be able to move things forward and work things out, but for some reason I see you being very guarded to actually doing that, to actually opening up to them. There could be a feeling of like being kind of closed off to this energy, or not wanting to reveal all your cards, or not wanting to be vulnerable about what's actually going on for you. Whereas I see that if you actually were to communicate, Ace of Swords, Two of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and kind of put your energy towards that. That's April, the cat. It's okay, April. It's okay. We were cuddling. But then I got up to do this reading. And of course, as I got up to do the reading, she was like, where are you going? What are you doing? It's okay, April. I'm almost done with the reading. I'm almost done. Okay. Speaking of communication, right? Let's take a look at the Lovers. King of Wands, Judgment, Page of Cups. You're going to have to make a choice here that is connected to your heart and what you want. And you're grappling with a lot of things under the surface that eventually it's going to come up one way or another. And I see you having to sort of reckon with that. What do you want in this connection? What do you want for your future? And what decisions are you going to make after all? And it kind of requires you to stand in your power a little bit and to say firmly, this is what I want. We have 10 of Pentacles, the Tower, and the 5 of Swords for your advice from the universe, from your spirit guides. So I'm seeing here that you've already made your decision with the 10 of Pentacles. It's already, the energy is all there. Somewhere in you, that decision has been made. But 5 of Swords, you're not totally being honest with yourself about that, or you're kind of going back and being like, but wait, what about this, and what if this, and what if that? And it's like, what if nothing? You already made the decision, so you kind of have to see it through. And also, with the Tower and the 5 of Swords, you could be kind of envisioning the worst case scenario, and Spirit's saying 10 of Pentacles, stop that. It might not be as bad as you think. In fact, I don't think it'll be that bad at all. But that's where your mind goes, is like, worst case scenario, what if this blows everything up? But I don't think that it will. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope that this helps. I hope that this resonates, and I'll see you next time.